recording. Is that Anna Marie? That will be recorded?
Um, s- I've just pressed the record button now. Thanks for the reminder, Ingrid. So
Thank
it
you.
is
Thank
now
you.
being recorded.
Thank you, Anna Marie. The secretary is one of the apologies, so I would like to tender the apologies on their behalf. Um, Zutu Baker, Mavada and Teresa wouldn't be able to attend. They have something that came up urgently from their working side there. And Fadila also apologized. He would not be able to attend. And Richard will also not be here today because he had lost within the family. So we wish him our deepest sympathy. I already sent a message to him. I will officially communicate it on a WhatsApp group. He was just sending the message now that he won't be able, that he lost a family member.
Okay,
So
we've got
we
an
keep
apology
him on
from
our
Rulani
prayers.
as well.
Yes. From whom?
Rulani,
Rulani.
yeah.
Yes, and Rulani. So those are the apologies. Then also, colleagues, I want to apologize for the agenda and the notice that came up a bit late, but with the COVID circumstances, don't want to use that. I just want to apologize for that because the Zutubeka said, Amos, you mixed up the dates. So I take it all on me, but we communicated long ago, the meeting will be on the 25th of August. Sorry, where are we now? On November, the 25th of November. So there is the agenda. Are there any additions or anything that you'd like to add to the agenda? Anything? Okay. If not, so that will be the agenda. So are we all happy with the agenda? You just perhaps raise your hand if you are happy.
We fine?
Fine, good, lady. Everything okay, good. Thank you. Okay, then we start with our personalia. Lady, I didn't know if we congratulate you on your anniversary on the BSC meeting or whether it falls without just out our last meeting. But once again, our best wishes for your anniversary for you and your wife, and may there many more to come. I believe it was your 25th wedding anniversary, lady.
That's
Is it right?
correct, yeah.
Yes, and Lady had a wonderful, I was so jealous, a wonderful, wonderful breakaway with his beautiful wife. So, and I could see they really enjoyed that. So, Lady, we
Thank you,
wish you
Marissa.
all the best within your marriage.
Thank you.
Any birthdays that we perhaps missed? I knew there must be, but to those who celebrated their birthday, also happy birthday to them, and we wish them all the best, and also for the coming year. Did you see anything else? Are there any promotions, any losses, any engagement, anything else that we need to know? Well, it don't seem
Marissa, I
so.
think we also just need to note here about Richard's,
In the minutes, yes,
yeah,
yeah,
in the minutes,
yeah,
please.
and the other person, yeah, with the and the loss of
Yeah.
Richard's family member. So our deepest condolences from the team, and may God strengthen them in this very difficult time of grief. Thank you, lady. Then then we go over to our next point, and that would be issues of concern and compliments. Yes, I must say to you, the Western Cape got a very nice compliment from the president of Lihasa to see that during this COVID time that we are doing good work. So I want to applaud you and say thank you to every one of you who keep on rolling with our activities, with our professional engagements, and being so brave in doing what we are currently doing. So we are doing very well in the Western Cape. So thank you, colleagues, for that. And let us keep up the good work for our profession and also for the love of Lhasa. All right. Then I'd like to talk also about, I will talk about the REPCO meeting. And with your permission, I would like to talk about that also now on the point 4.1. The communication to the president and extension of term of office, that I will give you some feedback on our REPCO meeting. We had a very, very interesting REPCO meeting on the 29th of October, because I think we all want to know the way forward, the direction, with COVID and all those things. But our president really, in this not too easy circumstances, assure us and reassure us about Liasa and its activities, and 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 that it is not easy for all of us with COVID around us, So the tasks and everything is not normal as it be. It really turned us in some way around, but we have to work around COVID, and but also be extra cautious in how we approaching things. With the main or the most important thing is to take care of yourself and also to take care of your health and the conditions. And she also mentioned that going back to work is also a physical, it's emotional thing, and it's not very easy for us to be or sitting behind our desk physically at work. But she thanked us actually for doing that within our profession, and she's quite aware. And as I said, she also mentioned that it is not easy also for Liasa sort of to survive really in these knowing circumstances. So everything that we are currently doing is so sort of indefinite. We're not sure about certain things. We don't know for, say, next year in 2021 that COVID won't be with us. COVID will still be with us for some time. But how are we planning around this? So having said that, she also touches the fact that we are still working on the restructuring of Liasa. So for all of us, it was like in how does restructuring fit into the whole process of COVID now? How are we going to go about now and the way forward? But she really explained it to the best of her ability. Not very easy for her, because we pose quite a lot of questions, because we don't know. We as branches are doing our best, and she also explained to us around the restructuring, because we said. CC mentioned that already in June 2020, this a model of the restructuring should have been sort of approved and be sort of introduced to various other structures, and also within our respective organizations and to our constituencies, our members. But the communication didn't go out because we weren't active, or we weren't in touch really with each other, or we're not sure about the way forward. So I would like to say a little bit something about that. And Anne-Marie, I don't know if I put you under pressure now. I want to ask you, is it possible that you could maybe bring up also that model project, or display that model for us of the restructuring? Let our colleagues have an idea what the president was referring to. On that model, Liasa 20, we call it the Liasa 2019 governance model. And it is something that we sort of worked through on one of our REPCO meetings. It was not very easy. Those of you attended there, because some of us didn't know about the future already on that time. Before COVID, that was our other concern. So it was not a very easy thing, but the president really tried her best to explain to us how it will work and how. So, and I also asked a question because I was a bit not confused, but I think the conveners sort of, or the chairs, there's the model. So the chairs need actually some guidance in directions with the restructuring model, how now, from now till forward till 2021. There is the model. Hello, Tobacco. I notice you here. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, Madam Chair. I'm so sorry for arriving late. I had some technological glitches this morning.
But thank you. We accept your apology.
Thank you.
There is the model, colleagues, and as I said, the membership is the highest portfolio holders and the decision makers within our structure there. And then this is how it looks where the repcos falls. You can see that in the triangle, REPCO and the branches and the interest groups. And we also look at our left-hand side, the executive committee, which is the EXCO and the office itself. On the other hand, we have the stakeholders and the members. Like members that make part of the stakeholders, and the REPCO council will then be part of the membership and the board. So, and then also EXCO in the office is then the secretariat, as you can see here. Now, our question was then the branches in the interest groups. Where does we falls in our face? Basically, we are like, we could be seen as at the very moment as partners. Anne-Marie, just correct me or help me. We are be seen as partners, as collaborators, you know, with whom they sort of, we just have to collaborate and so on. But at this moment, the president are requesting us to still go on with what we are doing, all the good work, you know, and also do our best in engaging with our members as it is at the moment. So there we are still sort of on the right track for now. But the main concern with INEASA is the mandate. So I was always wondering what was the mandate. So it is clear that the mandate now, and we have a mandate within the 8 months, part of our mandate is to sort of roll this governance model out to our members. But luckily we will have a meetings with we will have a special general meeting. Is that on the 10th of December, where we as members will have more information on the structure of LIASA. So that would be, I believe, the first sort of introduction to our members then. So we had quite a lot of things, discussions around that. And the president said also that they, for the first time in many years, that they could have a meeting with SALGA, which is a great achievement for them. So, and they also have a sort of memorandum of understanding, and that, as he said, it was a very, very important achievement within INEASA. With regards to EXCO, it is viewed that they also cannot sort of continue indefinitely. So they should also know, and we should also know by February 2021 at least, where are we heading with COVID around us. We should say, okay, is this the way we're going, or are we going to, I don't know, hold on for a while or what? But we have to have a definite plan. And if we worked out, we actually worked out for how long the extension of terms. They don't even call it the extension of terms as we term of period. She said she would not like to call it that because it's not the extension of term, but it's due to the COVID that changed quite a lot of our operational things. But it is just part of us to complete our mandate, and it is which in that models also for. So our mandate for the next 8 months will be partly engaging with our members as we're doing now, and also working on the mandate of the new restructuring model. So in order so that the new president or the president-elect Nazim can sort of take over on a firm stand, basically that is it. Are there any questions? This is in short what was discussed, but the model is far more than what I've just touches with you this morning. So are there any questions that you'd like? I'm sure between myself, Lady, and Anne-Marie, we will be able to sort of answer your questions around restructuring and our mandate for the 8 months. Any questions, colleagues?
Sorry, no, nothing from me.
Okay, all right. But this is what it is, and we also have to work towards a constructive plan. And if we say constructive plan, It would be basically a calendar with time attached to it, and also with a task that we need to do. And that is something that we should be working on. And I hope not to bother you too much now in December, but we'd like to complete it by the middle of January. So if an email or a WhatsApp is coming through, we would really appreciate it if you could just answer. But as I said, we won't bother too much because we know it's your time with your family and so on. But we still need to do some work. I would rather say till the end of not the end of, till the end of December. We say till December, the 20th of December. You might receive communication around that, and then we will continue maybe in middle of January just to have a draft a calendar or a plan for us for 2021. Then we know we sort of covered on our side in the Western Cape. Okay, thank you, colleagues. That is what you need to know about the REPCO meeting. And there was also some rumors that was quite a bit upsetting, for the president, but he made it very clearly, is that some people said that, but it's not gossiping or something, but it just mentioned because they were asking questions, and as I think it was in an objective way, is that Lehasa was sort of operating illegally, and Tebogo very clearly highlighted within the Constitution that whatever we're doing and the way we're going is very, very right and in line with the Constitution. So if you might heard something like that, colleagues, it is not true. So we are operating very professionally and in line with our Constitution. And you are most linked to contact her if there's anything, or myself, if you want to know or hear about anything that don't sound right, because we are a professional organization. All right. Okay. Then our next point on the agenda would then be, let me just get the agenda. Let's see here between my goodies. Okay, yeah, right. So that is, then our next point is 4.2, which is the goodie bags. And we were talking in our last meeting about courier goodie bags to those members. It's not a lot here from my side. Lady also sent a list for me of the people's bags who are still there. So what I would suggest, and what we've communicated last, is that we see to it that these goodie bags reach our members also before the end of January. We will see about the courier services as well, but to make that a priority for us to send the goodie bags away. I've still got a few here with me. Yes, Lenny.
I just come in here. I was just thinking about that courier, the goodie bags is going to cost us a lot of money because I've got a lot of stuff still here.
Yes.
And I also
Yes.
received another
Yeah.
parcel from Anna Marie last week. I think a box for people that needs to come and collect their stuff. I'm just worried about the cost that we're gonna
Yeah.
have for couriering the people. What I can suggest, if we can just send out another message, perhaps to say people can come and collect their stuff. Um, I am at work now every day, but they just need to tell me when are they coming and collecting this stuff, because we're not open every day as a library. We just open certain days, but they can just let me know. Maybe I can just meet them on the stoop or something like that. Yeah, if we can do that and say maybe send out a message, and people can still come and collect their stuff that want to come and collect their stuff. But I'm just worried about the cost about couriering the stuff to people.
Yeah.
That's my main worry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mercia, can I make a
Cost, yeah.
suggestion here?
Lady, yes. Yes, Ingrid.
What about
Yes.
if I mean, if you make the list available sort of within the BEC, but also I think maybe if one sends an individual email to that person, or and says, hey, it's do you want your bag? Because if they're not prepared, if they can't come and fetch it or something like that, then yeah, if they can come up with an arrangement. I mean, I know that I was sitting at one stage. I mean, because stuff get, sort of the allocation for UCT. There are some students that are no longer at UCT that are on there, and I mean, I've sent Facebook messages. I've sent. And they've never bothered to even respond. So I mean, quite honestly, too bad, tough if you're not going to actually respond. But maybe an individual email to that person to say, hey, we actually have your goodie bag here instead of something generic, because people might not realize that they actually are, funny enough, entitled to their, that there actually is a goodie bag for them. They might not know. They might not realize. So that might be a way around this. But I know it's time consuming, but that could be.
Yeah. Thank you, Ingrid and Lady. I think that is a good idea. I think the idea, actually, what I was mentioning, I didn't say that, is that there are members from Mossel Bay and then Outeniqua and the other regions that is quite far, and just to agree on what you said is that we have to let it, number one is we can send out again the list to say that please come and collect, because I know it stopped with COVID, before the COVID time, and people didn't collect anymore. So they couldn't actually collect. So we can do that as the first step, I would say, and then we additions Ingrid's suggestion. If they didn't come and collect their bag, it is obviously then their story then, because we then tried all in our best to sort of get it there by them. So we will definitely, Ingrid, thank you, will distribute the list between the members, and we can also send them out individual email to them to say, hi, your bag is there at a National Library, or your bag is wherever is a central point. We could work out for them to come and collect. So definitely we put that steps also in. And then I will distribute. However, there will still be a few, maybe say 10 or 11 or 12, I don't know, I'm not sure, but that I will communicate to you to say, these people are from Mossel Bay, they are from Bateau municipality, they are maybe from there far on the other side. Those, I'm talking also about those bags that we need to courier. Are there any other suggestions that you think how we could get that? I sent some of the bags with last time with Cape Provincial Library Services to Swellendam and those Breedevallei and those libraries over there, so there's not a lot then that we need to courier. So what did you say about that, colleagues?
Marsha, Anne-Marie here.
Yes, Anne-Marie.
I do agree with Laddie that couriering it is very expensive. If you do the Postnet option, it is a minimum of 99 Rand. And I think that would be the last resort if you have more than one or at least a handful of people in an area or a more central area. So I would not suggest couriering it all over. Well, except maybe Western Cape branch is very rich, then by all means go ahead.
No, we're not rich.
But I do agree, make use of the institutions that have, like the universities or the Provincial Library Service, that have branches or that have networks that they can send internally. They're most often quite happy to assist with that. And then lastly, give the people a cutoff date, because we're actually much closer to the next library week than we are to the 2020 library week. So give them a cutoff date. If they are not have collected or make plans to collect, then say by end of January or end of this year or whatever date you guys decide on, then they just forfeit. And then you use it for promotional items at your breakfast or whatever events you have.
Okay. Thank you, Anne-Marie, also for your suggestion. We're definitely going to make use of all the inputs that we received from you and our colleagues. We definitely follow that route. So are there anything else from the other colleagues? Are you happy with that? We first put it again on to our members, out to our members then, and tell them the decent the goodie bags are available, and also with a cutoff date then. So if
Yes,
that is
Masha,
yes, Bronwyn.
if I may. Yes,
Yes.
I think the provincial services is a good suggestion because they are back at work. I understand, maybe not every day, and I'm not sure, if the combi deliveries are running as regularly as we used to. But yes, I think to be able to get the goodies out to our colleagues in the Southern Cape and those areas, I'm sure the provincial library services won't have an issue, accommodating and assisting us in that. So I think that is a very good idea, to make use of that services. And then, yes, I think we need to save where we can, uh, on money. So, if there are ways we can do that, then we should explore that.
Yes, thank you, Bronwyn, for your input. Bronwyn, can I perhaps ask you, since you have very good networking with them, good relationship, extra good relationship with them, or network with them, that if we identify that few T-shirts or goodie bags that needs to go down, I will send it to Lady. Also, could you then perhaps can we make arrangements that use then maybe ask Cape Provincial Library Service along the line if they go that direction? Is that possible from your side?
Yes, Masha, I probably would be able to
Is
reach
that
out to my colleagues there.
yeah?
I suppose we just need to know which members' items are still, needing to be transported. So
Mm.
maybe if there's a list available, etc., etc. I am still working from home, so maybe I could take a drive out to town and maybe collect the goodies somewhere and then maybe just drop it off at the provincial office, if need be,
Yeah.
and then hopefully
Yes.
get it out to them in that way instead of expecting them to come and collect it. Maybe I assume that is the most central place
Yeah,
in
it is
town,
very
for the
central.
bags to be
Yeah.
collected. So I mean, I'm happy to make that arrangement,
Yeah.
with the colleagues at Provincial Library Services, and then just get the goodies to them. I will find out because I know Ronel and some of the assistant directors from the Southern Cape. They might be in Cape Town as well, so I could reach out to them and find out, when they're making trips, and then they could maybe even take it with them individually, other than waiting for a combi. But yeah, just let me know how many goodies and who the goodies must, the individual people, and then I can arrange that.
Yeah. Thank you, Bronwyn. Thank you. We will definitely do that for you. We will be working on that list from tomorrow onwards. So then we will give you what you needed to do so, and we really don't want you to go too much, obviously, out of your way to put it there. We can find maybe other ways just to get it there by Cape Provincial Library Services if we maybe send everything so long to Lady, but there are means and ways there. So really we don't want to get you out there from your home office now to go into town, but we will work out something for that. But thank you very much. The most important thing is you need to do the necessary connection, or to get to ask them to do that favor for us. So that is most important at the moment.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will do so as
Thank
soon as I
you.
get
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
communication from you, Marsha. Thank you.
Yes, I'll do so. Thank you, Bronwyn. Okay.
Masha,
So yes.
can I just come in here? Can You've got the list. Did I send you the list? Hey?
You send the list to me.
Hey,
You've
can
mentioned
you
it.
send it to the BAC and maybe people can recognize the names and surname and where the people is from?
Yeah, I'm going to put it on the communication. I'm
Yeah.
going to put the list again on the on communication, to tell them that the T-shirts are there by you and they can start to collect. First of all, contact you and then collect the T-shirts there by you. So that would be the way how we go about. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Right. Then future. Uh, then, okay, our next point is future meetings and upcoming events for Liasa. Um, I am aware of, Mari, we already say thank you for you for that very nice, interesting. Did we say in the meeting officially? I'm so confused with before the meeting and after the meeting. What was the date of that marketing strategy meeting that you had? But we want to thank you and the PACLIP committee for arranging that wonderful and very interesting marketing workshop webinar. We got very positive feedback from our colleagues to say it was very interesting. So thank you very much then for that workshop. And then, is there anything you'd like to say, Mari? Mari, okay. Okay, we come back to Mari. Um, then also to Tobacco, I believe that you're going to do something also. I'm not sure about the date. I'm going to give over to you for 3 minutes to tell us what you intend to do, maybe before the end of the year. Are you there, Tobacco?
Yes, thanks, Madam Chair. Um, well, we're planning a webinar on starting or designing a new website that is scheduled for the 1st of December, and it's going to be just an hour webinar from 12 until 1 o'clock. It is going to be facilitated by a part-time lecturer, and I'm trying to get her portfolio correct here. She's also the manager for the content architecture in the ICT systems division at University of Cape Town. And that is Miss Jenny Wood. She will be facilitating for us. And I suppose Anna Marie is busy with the advert on Liasa website, and we're also going to be sending this advert to the branch committee and obviously the library managers in the Western Cape as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tobacco. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Thank you. Correct. So that is it. So to the conveners, I'd like to extend the request that you're also thinking about possible planning for your next year, especially January, say the first term of January, or the first semester of the new year of 2021, so that we just have sort of basically draft dates and also more or less what kind of webinars we'd like to have for our respective interest groups, so that we can put it on our calendars, so that we will be able then to send our calendars very early to our public. Okay. So that is my request from the conveners. I mean, sorry, to the conveners. Colleagues, then the other thing is that we have quite some meetings that's still coming off this year. As I said, we will have the special meeting, general meeting for LASA, which will take place on the 10th of December. And I would like you all to be there if your schedule allowed that, and I'm sure you will be there if it's possible, so that we can know uh, what is happening yourself, with the way forward with our profession, and then pose all questions or anything that still bothers, uncertainties. That would be a good platform then to do so. Okay, so that is about our upcoming meetings so far. I think that is about it. Did I perhaps miss any other future meetings and things? I don't think we will have another BSc meeting for this year. We will definitely determine a date for our next meeting in the 2021, our next new meeting. But meanwhile, we will have some unofficial communication or WhatsApp communications in between. But as I said, after the 15th of January, unless there are very, very urgent things that came up. But we will definitely wish you all a very Merry Christmas and all those festivity things that is still coming up. But other way around, we won't bother you with work because I think all of us worked very, very hard under the lockdown period. Thank you. So, colleagues, we're moving then on to our BSc AGM and the IG's activities. We won't have a won't have a BSc AGM for this year because if we work out, 2 months in advance, it will work out that we need to have one in December. So it's not gonna work for anyone now this time of the year. So we won't have a AGM for this year. And with regard with elections, we won't have elections as well this year. I don't think we will then have also Librarian of the Year or any of those awards this year. Anne-Marie can just say if it's so, or if there's any communication in the line.
No, that is correct, Mersha. There won't be any Librarian of the Year or Executive Librarian Awards. I'm not sure about the branch awards. I think those might also be postponed for this year. There were talks of having a slightly different type of award, once-off award, but I haven't seen any meetings or communication around that. So I won't bet my money on anything happening with awards this year.
Yes, thank you, Anne-Marie. So that is then the things that you need to know, the information that you need to know. Thank you. Then colleagues, and then activities, we carry on with our activities, which will be the last for the Western Cape BEC branch will be the design of the website design, how to design a new website from eClick. So thank you. I also want to thank the BSc team while I have the opportunity now is to thank all of you, each and every one, for your hard work also, and during the difficult and trying times. It wasn't easy as much as it might look. It wasn't easy because I know a lot of preparation is going into this work in preparing a webinar, just to put the things together, just to draw up a program and all those things. So a lot of work is going into the attending the meetings and being part of the communication, taking from your time. I would really like to thank you, colleagues, and this is what built our profession, and this is once again that show us that LIASA is really something that lies us very close to our heart, and we know where we are coming from, and we know where we are heading, and we know even if we are retired one day, I'm sure we will still stand up for LIASA because we know where the organization sort of come from. Okay, so but thank you very, very much for your hard work. It didn't went by unnoticed. Even it's coming from the president as well to thank you and the EXCO committee. And Anne-Marie, also thank you very much for being there, always asking the most simplest question. It's never too simple for you to answer, to help, and to assist in every way. So thank you very much, Anne-Marie. So
always a pleasure.
Thank you. Okay, then membership, colleagues, our membership, there's still a drop in our membership, but there are communication that went out. So that will also be an important point on our planning is to work on our membership and to find other ways and other routes to sort of increase our membership. I want to say I put promotional material under point 10, but I want to bring that in some way. I took my own prerogative to sort of make use of the opportunity of the communication that Anne-Marie sent out is to buy some of the promotional material. And I was thinking of running campaigns, doing lucky draws, you know, and also buying some gifts for our speakers, our presenters, just to get ourselves active, to get ourselves motivated, so we can do lovely things for the coming year. And we really bought quite a lot of nice stuff for the brands. I've communicated with you on WhatsApp what exactly, and we could for very little money bought a lot of things, and we also made use of the 0% branch purchase as well, where we get all the material, the promotion material for free. So we can, if we want, and if time allows us within the new year to have a physical, I mean, that is something that we don't want to go there, because most important is the health of our people now. But if it's possible, if you want to do it maybe with a very small group or whatever, then we can try that. But other way around, we can focus, go back in the time that you're going to have your vacation, and think about possible ways how we can sort of then do lucky draws. We can do that with that Google draw also, you know, then randomly, even to our loyal members or whatever, making a draw there and give them a very nice bag where we can sort of put lots of goodies in that Liasa bag for them. So those are the ideas and the things that you have to go and think in a very nice, relaxing way to sort of reward our members also, to say thank you to them as well, because they have concerns for our professional body. Is there anything that you'd like to add? Any ideas, any suggestions with the promotional material, or any questions?
Measure, if I may.
Yes, you certainly, Bronwyn.
Not, thank you. Not necessarily on the promotional items, but just a question on the renewal of membership. Are we going to be receiving an email, like for early bird, etc., etc.? What's the situation on that? Because I think myself included and some of the city members are getting ready to wanting to renew our membership for 2021. So will communication go out or come out to us on that? Because I think we're all hoping to pay our membership on Friday. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bronwyn. We know that this was the Friday, and it pop. I must just say this also. It popped up on my telephone that it is Western Cape's breakfast date. So, and I was thinking, oh well, it is the breakfast time for the breakfast, like we are used to. So our very popular event. So yeah, we missed out on that COVID thingy. So I know you're ready. Thank you for that, Bronwyn. I just want to make sure about Anne-Marie if there's still one coming or one came out. But at the Drakenstein institution, sort of we received, or we are going. We already sort of renewed our membership because we have that special arrangement. You know that. So, Anne-Marie, will they go out with a communication, another communication, or a communication go out on the renewal?
Mersha, yes, we are working on that. So that probably will go out before the end of this week, but renewals are open already. So strictly speaking, and I did that in air quotes, even though you couldn't see me, there is no early bird because the fee is not increasing. So, but we have closed the 2020 membership. So all renewals to be being done now is for 2021. So I will quickly show you, pardon the aeroplane going over here. Sorry. I will quickly show you how to do that if I can find the right screen to share. Screen. There we go. So if you log into your profile, so if you sign in the first time, you will get a blue bar, but you can also, if you're already signed in, either go to Profile Home or Manage Profile. And then we hope this works. There we go. Then there is suddenly a blue bar with Renew Your Membership Now at the top. So that would be, you have to be signed in, of course. So My Profile, the same would be on Profile Home. Okay, Renew Your Membership Now. When you click on that, there's a little pop-up box. And then you just need to make sure that all your details are still correct. You click Save Changes, and there will be a few more screens. I don't want to do it now, otherwise I renew that. You will get a few more screens, so just follow the prompt and you will be renewed, and it will automatically send you an invoice. If you struggle, we are busy making just a little video tutorial of this as well. So just give us a few more days if you're struggling, but you can renew and pay after today, which is sort of payday. So at any time, yes, it is open. Not really an early bird since there is no increase in fees, but you can already do that. My Profile, either Profile Home, Manage Profile, and just click on that Renew Your Membership Now bar. That will pop up there.
Okay. Thank you, Anne-Marie. So Bronwyn, there it is. So I'm sure that we sort of addressed your question. So thank
Yes,
you,
thank
Anne-Marie.
you, Marcia. Anna-Marie, that tutorial I think is going to be extremely helpful. Yeah, because I suppose because people have been in lockdown, etc., they haven't been fortunate enough maybe to explore the new website. So it would be quite helpful because I can see us getting questions and queries as to how do I renew my membership, what do I do? So that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Absolutely, we'll do that. Alternatively, you can just drop an email to either Kagiso, Lebo, or myself, and we can just generate the invoice as well. So many ways to skin a cat.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Thank you very much,
Bronwyn.
Anne-Marie. Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you. Okay, then colleagues, that take us to our next point on the agenda, which is 6.1, the progress in our membership campaign. That is just basically the ideas that I was talking about, but I'll give Lady so 2 or 3 minutes. Lady, anything as the membership coordinator, you'd like to say something for us?
Not at this point, Mercer. I think when Anna-Marie sent out when they send out the communication up about renewal, we can just do something. Um, um, like you said, we bought now the promotional materials. Maybe we can just do something about
Draws or whatever, yeah.
something like that. Yeah, if you renew before January or something like that, and we can work around that issue.
Okay. Right, you are. Thank you, Lady. Thank you, Anne-Marie, and everyone. Then we take us to the next point on agenda 7, which is finances. Our finance, Trevor Manuel is not here. Madam Trevor Manuel is not here. However, there are no movement on our finances at the moment, so it's still the same as last meeting. However, we ordered the promotional material and we have expenditure or expenses of 1,505 Rand. Teresa managed sort of to make the payment. It's that I can access the account, however, that is all, but I can't authorize it at the moment, but we're working on that so that we can make the payment for National Office as soon as possible. We locked the course, so at Anne-Marie, we hope to get this sorted before the end of next week. But thank you very much for everything. And then we will receive after our payment the material, and we luckily have to pay no courier costs for our material that will be sent to us. All right, thank you. Any questions on that point? No. All right. Public relations, then our newsletter. I spoke to Teresa yesterday with regard to a publication for most probably this year. For this, yeah, say this year. There's only a few weeks left for this year. She mentioned to me that she got some information and some articles for the publication. So there's a little progress on that. So if there are any one of you who want to, who have information, who wants to publish something of your library, even of the webinars, and so then we can make use of this platform to do so, and to send the articles or any information to Teresa as soon as possible. Okay. And also what you are currently doing and how you're operating within this COVID time. That would be very interesting articles to share with the rest of our members. Thank you. Okay, then the interest groups, I'm going to give the conveners 3 minutes to say something about the interest group. How is it going? Are they okay? Are they struggling? What they need? Whatever they want to share with us. I'll give you the opportunity now to start off. This time around, Mari, I'm not going to start with you. I'm going to our support group is not operating at the moment, so so we skip that one. Fadila's not here for Slicelijk. Slicelijk is not here, and then Iklicht is Tobacco. Tobacco? Are you there? Tobacco, yes, I see something there. Tobacco, is there something you'd like to share with us? Okay, we wait for Tobacco. Maybe we have technical problems. Ingrid, something you'd like to share with us?
Yeah. Okay. So thank you to those who attended the Julia Paris webinar, which was organized by Wetscherlik, on behalf of and included obviously Helig. Was key. We work very closely with the National Interest Group, who are aware of everything that we do, because in the end, Wetscherlik is part of Helig, is part of the national. So we can't separate things. Julia, in the conversation afterwards, and I know that Anna Marie was CC'd, was in the email thread, as was Teresa Mafano. I had just sort of put out there, it would be so nice to actually have an online retreat, that she could run an online retreat, and she has said that she is very happy to do that. So, you know, that is something that we'll start exploring. I think it's something be something totally different, but it does mean that people who sign up for that will have to have whatever 2 hours of uninterrupted time, not multitasking or anything like that. It would have to be like you were in a retreat. The other thing that is going to happen certainly in January is the One Lib One Ref Wikipedia campaign, which will be working very closely with ICLIG National, with Weinert, and it'll be a Liasa wide thing. So those are the two big things that are coming up. But yeah, so Julia's possibility of another mindfulness retreat, and she's actually offered to run it on a regular basis, and then the One Lib One Ref. but for the rest, everything is fine. We need to find a replacement for someone from CPUT because Joseph Mangadi has moved over to UWC. So, but that'll all happen as it happens. I think the higher education sector is taking. It's been relentless with the online teaching and so on. But we'll see how it goes.
Thank you, Ingrid. Thank you, Ingrid. And my apology, Ingrid, for that. I missed that to mention, I would say, because that was one of the very interesting webinars that I also attended mindfulness, and it was doing myself so very good, just being there, being part of that. And you also mentioned you couldn't sort of have undivided attention. It makes me feel a bit guilty because I had undivided attention because on that very day we had a heads meeting, but nevertheless I put my audio, my record, my speaker audio on loud, so while my meeting was on there I could hear um, what Julia was saying. But I think that is really what we needed so much as professionals at the time, that we are in here, because it was about yourself. It was about caring for yourself, taking care of yourself. Because if you are not healthy or if you are not happy, you won't be able sort of to give your best in your work, to give your best in your profession. So that was for me the very, very a good season. Is to be mindful about ourselves, is to take care about ourselves. We used to take care of other people and then forget about ourselves. So thank you, Ingrid. We're
So
looking forward for more.
the recording is there. It is up on the Liasa YouTube channel, and we did circulate. And what's also there, Anna-Marie, it is there. The script that Julia followed, but Julia has in fact offered to run some retreats, where some online retreats where it would be you would. I had actually thought, because our things are normally an hour long, I hadn't realized we would run into an hour, and well, almost you needed to actually allocate about 2 hours for that. So we'll know for the next time for any other retreat that it needs to be a block of time like that, and to say to people, hey, don't multitask.
Ingrid, we can multitask, but you must pay full attention to that. So next time I'll make sure I don't have any other things on that day. I also noticed that Timothy Kluter is with us. Timothy, sorry for overseeing you, but we're happy to see you as part of our meetings. We missed you, and we always miss people. If you're also getting too busy, then we want to say hi. Where are you? So welcome, Timothy. Then I'm going to give, yes, Timothy, something you'd like to say to us?
Just
Hello?
saying thank you and good morning, everybody.
Morning, and how are you doing, Timothy?
Now we're
The
doing
family?
fine. Yes,
Okay.
everything is fine still.
And
Um,
Edulus,
yeah, very
are you
busy
back?
with the president's employment program now that needs to kick in on 1 December. I'm sure you are aware of that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Timothy. Then I give over to Mari to say something about PACLIC. What is the plans of PACLIC? Any plans for, or are you first going to take a good and a well-deserved break, Mari?
Yes, sorry about my silence a little bit earlier, bit of a technical glitch. Yeah, in regards to our webinar that we had, I just want to thank Anna-Maria once again for all her assistance. It was our first webinar, and I think it went very well. And then we had, PACLIC committee had a meeting on the 11th of November where we did our planning for next year's workshops and also our meeting dates. I will send that through to you, Misha, as well as to Zutubeko to put on the calendar. Yeah, but that's from me from Paglik. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Maury. Tobacco, are you ready for us?
Hi, Mesha, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I was also experiencing technical glitches. I could hear you very well, but you couldn't hear me this side.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I covered part of what I intended to contribute in this meeting, and perhaps now I can just look at this webinar that we're planning, and really appeal with you colleagues to please join this seminar. I know most of you are quite fluent in this technology language and in terms of designing website, and most of us has learned this at perhaps at university some years ago, and it's always nice to have a refresher. So what I want to cover now is why then it is important for librarians and library personnel to get or to learn these skills. And as we recall that traditionally books were regarded as the main component of library collections, but that is not the case anymore. And the public library has a responsibility to educate, inform, and entertain the community. So this is achieved through providing information services in both print and digital media. So the library also aims to eradicate the social ills facing the community, which includes illiteracy, poverty, and unemployment, just to list a few. So there are a variety of programs that are being rolled out with the purpose of uplifting the community, and use of technology plays a vital role in this regard. It is imperative for the librarians and library personnel to master the web design subject in order for them to be able to train the community they serve, in particular aspiring entrepreneurs. And Michelle Khan, in her master's dissertation published in 2013, um, says that the library is not about books; it's about information. So, and with increasingly rare exceptions, giving attention to only printed material for a library is like drilling more holes in the hull of a sinking ship. So, this is a motivation that we've put together for this webinar, and it has also moved us to organizing this webinar, which we find very relevant in this, especially during these times of COVID-19, where we all realize that technology is the way to go. So yeah, that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Tobacco. Sounds very interesting, and we are looking forward to join that workshop. So,
Yes, thank you,
colleagues,
colleagues. I will send the invitation to Zuto before the end of the day, so she can distribute to our BEC members. And please feel free to share with your colleagues within your organizations. Thank you.
thank you, Tobacco. Colleagues, thank you. And this then sort of bring us almost to the end of our meeting, the close of our meeting. Before we will close our meeting, I would like to once again thank you for your hard work. I think that Western Cape BSc sort of, although we have our work as we set out, that is still for us for up till December. But this is the last face-to-face meeting or the last voice or virtual digital meeting, official one that we will have for this year. So on behalf of the Western Cape and all of us, I would like to wish you all a festive season. And I want you, I know it's not going to be easy, but to make use of this a break and to turn around and be grateful for everything that we have and that we are still around and that we are still here. So I wish you all of you the best for the festive season, and may you all have a happy 2021, a better year than 2020. Although 2020 wasn't that much of a good year, I think also that 2020 brought out a lot of good things within us. So I think we are grateful for that as well. But thank you very much that we all stick together as a team. Thank you from my side. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we say goodbye and we want to close the meeting?
Thanks for the well wishes, Madam Chair. We wish you the same as well. And I also wish a joyous season for the entire team as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Hope you had a great one. Going to have a great one, and keep safe, please.
Thanks. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. I'll be in touch. I mean, I'm around. Okay.
Yeah, we will still be in touch on WhatsApp. So yes, definitely till the end of the year, till even next year. But yeah, this is almost.
Okay. And we're still recording, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, Anna-Marie might want to hit the stop button there.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Freddie.
everyone.